Alright, this video is on how to use the calculate value function on your calculator. It's very useful. You'll see why or how. Now, we're going to look at a problem. What are the intercepts, x-intercepts of the graph? 12x squared minus 5x minus 2. Now, what they're asking you to do is to factor this out. Find all of the factors, set them equal to 0, and solve. You can do that. You could also use the store function or the test function, which we've talked about. I'm going to actually type this into y equals. I already did that. Alright, and then I'm going to use a little known feature called the calc. If you look at the top, it's hidden right now. Hold on. At the top, see the calc value? If you hit second calc on your calculator, you can calculate individual values for the function that is entered. So if I hit enter here, now I can say, alright, for this function, if x is 1, and look, it tells me where y is. So see where it shows me right there? And it also tells me that when x is 1, y is 5, which means it's not an intercept. So A is wrong. So now again, in order to do this, I can just keep typing in values. So second calc value, and let me try -1. At -1, y is 15. So there's another one eliminated. What about 2/3? Alright, we got one. Okay, so when x is 2/3, y is 0. And if y is 0, that means it's an x-intercept. I'm not drawing the intercepts, I'm just showing you that. Alright, so if that means that if this is 2/3, it works. So both of them better work. So I just type -1/4. And notice right here, -1/4 is 0. There's my answer. A little bit faster than factoring all this out. Try to save every second you can on these finals so you have time to go back and check your answer. Alright, let's look at another one. If the equation y equals 2 to the x is graphed, so I go y equals 2 to the x is graphed, which of the following values of x would produce a point closest to the x-axis? Now, this really isn't that difficult of a problem. You can kind of see that the smaller the x, the closer it is to the x-axis. But let's use the calc function so that we know for sure. So I go calc value, and I go, well, what is when x is 1/4? Well, when x is 1/4, y is 1.19, about. Alright, what about when x is 3/4? X is 1, or excuse me, then y is 1 point, I don't know why you're not writing, 6/8. 5/3. I get 1.6 repeating. And 8/3. I get 6.35. So by looking at this, the y values are how far away the function is from the x-axis. So the smallest y value here would produce, or smallest x value would produce the smallest y value and the one closest to the x-axis. Alright, we're also going to talk about calculate intersections in our next video. Good luck on your finals.